Hey, welcome to Relax Time Radio. It's Paul
Hello,
and Mark
good evening.
here, Friday show from home again. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're still doing well at home in lockdown, however you're managing it, whatever your situation is. Um, yeah. How you doing, man?
Very well, very warm. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I've been seeing some of your Facebook posts, and some of them make me feel bad. Oh man, I haven't been doing, following all my time management, management strategies, and there's no efficiency, and there's no demand. But actually, last few days I've been getting quite a bit done, so I'm feeling all right.
That's good. But then I also posted that not everyone has to be super productive and that resting and hanging out and just watching Netflix can also be really efficient.
That's also fine. Okay, cool. What do
Apparently,
we?
just so to mention, apparently all of my network right now is going mad over tigers on Netflix, and I have no idea what the heck they are talking about because I don't have a TV. I don't watch news. I don't watch Netflix. Nothing. But they're talking about Carol Baskin and whatever tiger show on Netflix, and I'm like, whatever you're saying, but we have the real life version over here if we need it to be.
I not seen it either, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bother. Yeah, so I don't know what that's about either. All I know is it's on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
and has
so
tigers.
it has tigers and a crazy dude. Yeah,
So,
who
what
may
are we
honor.
going to talk about today?
Um, well, we're gonna talk about because we've heard like some stories of tourists getting stranded, right, around Thailand, probably around the world as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Yeah, so I guess we're going to talk about some things. Did we do something like this? No. Last week we did elephants, right?
Yes.
Helping elephants. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to talk today about some things that we can sort of explore the world or explore history or the world from our rooms. How to do that? From where we're in lockdown.
I love it.
Yeah, people have probably seen some stuff around the internet for sure, but we are going to throw some things together for you as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be our topic. However, we're going to start the show as usual with some Biba Doobie. Never going to forget you, Biba Doobie. Thanks for being with us through all of this, thick and thin. I hope she finds out one day. I hope she's.
We should send her all the links and be like, you are a consistent in the inconsistent for us. Something like that.
Yeah, maybe she'll just think I'll send those guys a bill. They owe me some money.
Stop. Better not.
Well, anyway, thanks, Biba Doobie. So, Biba Doobie, take it away, and we'll be back with our topic of the day. All right, we're back. So today we're going to be talking about ways that we can explore the world, the natural world, or the world of art and music from home. So, what have you been finding?
A tourist without having to be a tourist outside.
Well, why did you think of doing this topic today? Because you.
Oh yeah, I think that's a good way to start. So as you said, like there are quite a few tourists like stranded in Thailand, maybe even in other countries. And so I think, to be very fair, they're quite lucky to be in Thailand right now because we do not have a huge impact from the virus itself. I mean, we do handle the cases very well. And also we just, I think I think Kun Tom has done a live show yesterday about it, about the new visa relief packages, I want to call it, for the next couple of days, right?
Like, yeah, there's some automatic extensions for tourists, I think. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so if you want to know more about it, just check the Relax Time Radio Facebook page for it, because our very own legal support matter, Kuhn Hom guy, my God, that was a long word, German. So he did a Facebook Live about it. And so
with the immigration, with the chief of Chiang Mai immigration.
Right, that's correct. And so I think they're in a very lucky position to be in Thailand right now, because they get, you know, to get to be here, obviously, and to kind of sit it out and whatever. But also it's a very unlucky position on the other side, because they were supposed to be on holiday and now they can't really go outside. Or if they go outside, there are some places that are not appreciating tourists as much being tourists right now, obviously, if they don't follow the prevention as they were supposed to, right? So very
sorry.
No, don't worry, you're just a little bit late, so I'm trying to wait. You go.
I was just going to say, I've been not paying too much attention to some of the video, because like what I've seen from around the world, there are videos and stories from around the world of you know, police forcing people back home, arresting people for being out. You know, I know in Thailand too, there have been quite a few people arrested for breaking the curfew that we have now, the 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. curfew and this kind of thing. And I'm sure maybe, yeah, if people are, you know, tourists are sort of thinking that they can still go out to the beach, and then the locals and authorities are not happy with that. Well, you know, these are the rules that everybody's having to obey. And you also have to remember that, you know, different countries have different levels of social cohesion, and Thailand's social cohesion is quite high relative to maybe some places in Europe. So,
yeah,
you know, people are expected to follow the rules when there are rules for good reasons.
Right. So that was really my intention, to also give, first of all, to speak about maybe what are the rules to follow. I think we should start with that, especially because some tourists may not even know where to check any news here. Where can I find English news? Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't care too much. We never know. There are always two sides of the medal, right? So I want to give them kind of an easy way to say, like, oh, okay, so these are the top 5 rules. Just follow those and you'll be all right, okay? And then also, you know, just to give them, and not only tourists, but everyone really, a nice time and a nice way to still explore the world. Because if you look at me, I'm a world traveler. I traveled for over 14 years. And now being stuck at home, I'm a little bit, I mean, I wouldn't now travel around the world, but I would still definitely travel around Thailand if I could. But now I'm at home and I'm like, huh, if only I could see this and this. And so we want to give you a way how you can see different things without having to leave your home. So you can even make popcorn, you can save fuel, you can save travel costs, all the goodies, you know. So yeah, that's the intention of the show.
Okay. Well, probably the, you know, the rules of the curfew and the lockdown and the stay-at-home and social distancing is probably known quite well, and maybe Thomas covered it like better than we could hope to. Unless you want to just go, I mean, it's basically, isn't it just you know, stay at home, only go out for essentials. Like as you said to me before, when you go to a supermarket now, if it's a big supermarket, anything but the essential items aisles are closed anyway. You know, if it's non-essential items, those aisles in the supermarket are closed. You can only buy certain things. And in fact, from tomorrow, alcohol sales have been banned for 10 days. So
Yeah.
you won't, yeah. And then of course,
it would be really good just to repeat that. I mean, I know for us it's very clear. I know we've been hearing this every day, but I'm just thinking about, you know, the people who may not be exposed to that or don't want to be exposed to that all the time. You never know. So just to say, okay, wearing a mask is, for example, the one thing you have to do. Just don't leave without.
Sure, you have to do that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What else?
But if you go, I mean, it's the rule. And also, you look like you don't care about other people if you go out not wearing one. I think, you know,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
because it's like a matter of common sense. It's not just a matter of legal obligation. It's a matter of social sense. Let's just say, yeah.
Yeah. But this is, and I think this is something that's why I said let's repeat it. It's different in Europe than it would be here, right? So I think
Right.
if I would just look into my country, Germany, with a lot of respect, but it's still kind of like a choice what you do, what you not do. It's a suggestion. You should be wearing a mask if you have one. Don't go and hoard 500,000 masks at home now because you don't need all of them, but have one ready just in case, right? But here is definitely like everyone asks you to wear one, which I totally agree with. So just do it, you know? And I totally agree with you that if tourists, for example, wouldn't wear one, they would be seen as not caring and putting others maybe in a precarious situation as well. So that's the first thing. Then also maybe have hand sanitizer with you. Just, you know, as you said, the essentials, but just do it. And maybe do not go to the beach right now.
Yeah, I can understand why people feel fun. Like, it depends where you are. You know, suppose you're on a quiet beach. I can understand why people would want to still go out. They would think, what's the risk? It's just me. I actually, I don't know how to talk about this really, because I don't know what the rules are about going out to exercise. I'm not going out to exercise. I know that, but I don't know what the rules are. In some countries, you can go out once a day to exercise. I haven't. I'm not sure. Do you know what the rule is here?
I'm honestly not sure about the going out itself. I think if you're in your private land, obviously that's fine.
Yeah.
I believe if you would go into nature, that could, but then honestly, I also have to say that I think from what I've seen right now, that every district and every bigger city and smaller cities, they're handling it different. So Chiang Mai may be different from Phuket. Bangkok may be different from Pattaya. So I think it's also depending on where you are. So I really would suggest to look into really where are you at and what is allowed to do and what's not, right? So when I'm out here in Chiang Mai to go buy my essentials, no one's looking at me. But I guess if I would just stroll along the street with a shopping bag, you know, there would be some side eyes wondering what I'm doing here.
Let's try and frame it this way. I guess if people are living here, you know, in other words, they're living in Thailand, then they know as well as anyone how to find information about what's going on here, and they're you know, they're in touch with people. They have a community support here. They can find out what's going on. If you're a tourist, the answer, I guess, would be, I mean, I used to work in the tourist industry here. The answer would be the hotel reception, hotel staff, or wherever you're staying. They'll be able to tell you.
Right.
Exactly. Right. You can ask them if you have a question.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
And then ask them for your specific area as well, because that's really what's different. So now, after all of this official things, let's get to the fun part, shall we?
Let's do that.
Should we play a bit music before?
Of course. Why not? Let's do it.
All right. Okay. Well, that's been fun. So I found a thing from the tourism board of Thailand, who's now live streaming videos from different places from north to the south. And it's not quite a virtual tour, but you can just watch different places. And I think it would be really nice to just show a little bit of that, not like forever, but just a little bit, just so that people can imagine how that looks like and how to find it. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd like to see, and we can like commentate on. We can.
Right,
I've never done any kind of commentating on the Steam. I'm curious. Maybe.
All right, so let's see. You should be seeing that now.
I do.
Okay, and you can still hear me, yeah?
I can still hear you. I can still see you. So these are like cams. Oh, so is that
Yeah,
Chiang Mai, right? Yeah. One of them is Koh Samui.
yeah,
Another one is and another one is in Bangkok as well.
right.
Mm.
So on the upper left-hand side, we have, it says Bangkok Tourism Port in Koh Samui, as you said. Then where our videos are here in the upper left-hand corner is Chiang Mai Old Town. And it looks like, which part?
They all say live. Obviously not live because it's daylight.
Right.
They must.
But
anyway.
They have been live streamed at the time and the day that you can see there. So this is 23rd of March. It was 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So they've taken basically this camera screenshots and they've been recording them or live streaming them and then putting them up as videos. And I think it's like pretty cool. You've seen here the big swing in Bangkok and here Pattaya. So, yeah. But we also, and I think I want to share that too. Let's do that right now before we go and talk about something else. We also have pandas.
And
yes.
Just on those street cam things or those webcam, yeah, there's loads of sites on the internet and there are YouTube channels full of those. You can go and see live webcams from around the world, from Venice, Paris, anywhere, New York, Times Square. Yeah, I've dove down that rabbit hole many times. You know, just gone checking out the world's webcams, and
I
now,
love it.
Yeah, now is a crazy time because so many places which are normally full of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, right now are no people.
That's right. And so here.
Panda.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
So wait, let's see. Can we see it? Right now it looks, let's see. It says live, but, oh, there we go. Is there a panda? So apparently they are actually live streamed, and that's the National Zoological Park and Conservation Biological Institute in Smithsonian. Let's see the second cam. Maybe they have a little bit more action there. So, and these are apparently live cams. There is one. Here.
Where is this?
That's it. Smithsonian. I don't know.
Smithsonian is like this, you know, American museum institution.
Oh, is it?
Historical institution, but they could have webcams from many different places. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is National Zoological Park. Yeah. So this is America somewhere. I would guess.
Let me check if I can see the actual, like if I can get you the location. I clicked on panda.
I see that panda. He's not very good at putting himself in the camera. You know, someone needs to tell him to go and sit on the X. But
especially this logo is right in front of the face.
I know. Anyway, I've got a panda cam. I like it.
Yeah, me too. I think it's somewhere in. I'm sorry. Yeah, somewhere there. So, but we do have a lot of more like this. So tell me, what else do we have?
We had various things. So, like for example, quite early on in the the coronavirus pandemic, several museums, several of the world's greatest museums, opened up their virtual tours, which some of them, let me just think. Yes, some of them would have normally had a paywall, you know, so you would have had to pay for access, but now they've made them free. So I think one of them that I saw was the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam, which has, you know, some of the world's greatest paintings, you know, Renaissance artists. And then the museums, so there's like many of France's museums, they've opened their virtual tours free online. So we can, I don't know if you want to look at them now. I think it's going to like maybe drain our internet as well. We can do if you like, but we could also like post the links under our video, can't we?
I mean, we can try one if you want to choose one, but we can also just talk through several things that we found and then post them in the comments below our
sure
post.
I tell you one that I found years ago, which I loved. I found from the Visit Norway site. So, you know, different countries' tourism organizations have their Visit Britain, Visit France, Visit Germany. I don't know if those are the right names, but anyway, Visit Norway is the site, and they did. They had a wingsuit. You know, the people who just jump off the tops of buildings or cliffs or mountains or out of planes in a wingsuit. They had a guy with a wingsuit and a 360-degree camera on his head just jump into the fjord, this huge, you know, incredibly deep, beautiful fjord in Norway. And it's on YouTube, and YouTube have this thing where you can, if, like, for example, if you had a virtual reality headset, you would be able to like look around and see 360 degrees around. But even without that, you can, as the video is playing on YouTube, you can drag it all around, so you can sort of see yourself falling, or, you know, as if you were on the wingsuit guy's back from 360 degrees. You can look all around. It's totally crazy.
Crazy. Do you want to try
my
that?
Computer will. Well, no, my computer won't handle it, really. Not, at least not while we're doing this as well. So, but we'll definitely like post it in the link. It's called 360-degree wingsuit experience, I think. You could find it just searching on YouTube, or I think it's on the Visit Norway website as well. But we'll definitely post a link.
I love it.
What's one of the ones that you found that you liked?
Well, the one that I found as well was that I think is really cool also for kids to explore, was the one with the Australian Reptile Park. And they're now basically giving virtual wildlife tours. Obviously, like, they're not as wild as they should be, but, you know, and the really nice thing is that they will be giving educational videos of the park and teaching about the different animals, so that the kids who are being homeschooled also can learn a lot of things with their parents at home. And I thought that would be really cool. Yeah, and then, I mean, we mentioned last time, but I think the Date with an Elephant kind of thing is also a virtual tour where you kind of just, you know, get to meet elephants. And there are a lot of different versions of that where you can, there are people even where you have tourist tours that you can go on. So people in their hometowns that are not locked down, like maybe we are completely, or already out of it, that are showing their places basically to other people, which I think is really great. It's like, you know, let me visit Israel right now. I mean, I'm not sure if they have a tour ready right now, but, you know, these type of things. Yeah. What else do we have?
I mean, a few for Thailand as well. So there are, like, you know, if you did a search in Google, you'll find like virtual tours, 360-degree virtual tours of Bangkok and other places in Thailand, Phuket. So if you're in Thailand and you wanted to, you know, see some of the places that you maybe can't go out and see now, you can. I know it's not the same, but you can do that online. And then think about like all of the historical places that you can go and see. You can go and see sort of virtual tours of the pyramids, or of what's it called in South America, Machu Picchu. You can,
Yeah, and you can even go
see,
to the Easter Islands in Ecuador.
right. Yeah, so there are different ways. You can just on Google, but Google Earth has some of these tours that you can take. I did a tour like on I think it was on a walkthrough tour of Angkor Wat. It was on Google Earth. So not only can you sort of fly from the sky around Angkor Wat, you can sort of walk around Angkor Wat on your computer. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Angkor Wat. I was there in 2012, I think. It's insane.
Yeah, I've never been. It's a serious mistake or lack on my part.
Well, now you can put it, as soon the borders open, you know what to do.
Yes.
Maybe your Christmas present.
Christmas present. Well, you never know, but I really hope things get back to normal, but recover, get well, that the world gets well before. Then.
I mean, I hope for nothing else faster than that, but you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. So what else is there what people could do at home?
Well, so as we said, like we've got some links to say. One of the links that you sent me, I really liked, which was a Guardian article, but it had sort of links to virtual tours of the Grand Canyon, of Mount Everest, you know, the Northern Lights, caves in Vietnam, 70 national things. So we can, and then this amazing sort of the National Forest Park of China, I don't know how to pronounce that, Zhangjiajie, something like that, National Forest Park of China. That looks like something out of Avatar, more or less.
By the way, one tour that you want to do is the Han Song Dong cave in Vietnam that you just mentioned, because it's the biggest cave in the world that people can actually access, and it's only been found in 2008.
Yeah, right. It's so big. They have clouds in there. It has its own weather system.
I know. Isn't it, like if you do one tour, you got to do that, and the pandas when they come in front of the camera.
Yes, so if you want to see that, some of these and more 360-degree virtual tours, check our Facebook post.
Yeah.
Relax Time Radio, on Relax Time Radio, about this show, and under the video that you're watching right now, you'll find it in the show description.
That's right.
Down there.
So if you could have someone do a tour for you, where would you want to have a tour?
Where would I want to have a tour? Well, you got me there. I mean, there's so many. I don't know how I would just pick one. You know, there are underwater tours. I think, on Google Earth in some places, but you can also search this. You can go and do an underwater sort of scuba dive. You know, you can do that. That's amazing. And then also there was one of the ones I love. I love the sky, the night sky so much. You know, galaxies and the universe. So there's actually on YouTube, there's this sort of like virtual sort of fly through the Andromeda galaxy. I forget what it was. It was maybe the Hubble telescope took this image of the biggest image ever taken of the Andromeda galaxy, which is one of the Milky Way's closest neighboring galaxies. And so this image is really incredible. It starts literally, you can like fly to another galaxy and sort of see stars, hundreds and millions of stars in another galaxy.
Crazy.
So that's quite cool. I guess I'd like to see more of that kind of fly universe kind of things.
That is so cool. I gotta search for that for sure.
There's another one like that I saw. I wonder if I can find a link for it, which is it's comparing. It's a sort of like a video. It's on YouTube somewhere, which compares the size of our sun to other stars in the universe. And our sun is like, compared to some of the stars out there, our sun is like a grain of sand. You know, there are stars which are just hundreds of thousands of times bigger than our sun.
Crazy. Yeah, I think if I could choose, one thing that I always loved, and I've done quite a lot of times traveling, but sometimes it's a little bit nerve-wracking depending on where you are, is urban, how would you call that? Like urban, I forgot the name. So basically you go to places that are abundant and but have something really artistic or something like this. So for example, I know of a building in Bangkok that's not anymore so a hidden gem, and it's also closed off so people can not longer go in for over 3 years, but it's been a shopping mall that's been built, and then before the shopping mall got finished, they ran out of money, so there was no roof, and by the next rainy season, the first level filled up with water. But I think it is a bad, you know, it's like bad karma or something. So a Thai person in Bangkok explained to me, it's like bad karma if a house can't be finished and doesn't have a roof. So one of the construction workers there brought, like, you know, the goldfish that are so
yeah, the koi. You mean the big fish, like the Japanese
yeah, not the koi, because the koi are super expensive, but the catfish type of goldfish type of things. But I think they were catfish. But anyways, they're apparently they're also really lucky fish. So he brought them in the shopping mall and just put them into the level with the water. And you know, a year later, in the second rainy season, suddenly they have like thousands of fish because these catfish are super fast in reproducing. And then you had this urban photographer who took these incredible pictures from this empty, abundant shopping mall that was filled like 1 or 2 levels and with all of these fish inside. And so there is a name for it that I obviously forgot. Like if you go to abundant places and, you know, there are often like murals or something that you can see. There was also, I forgot the country, but there was this hotel that literally was built and had still rooms in there, but one wall was like cut off. And people would sit like on the 17th floor, feet out there, dangling down, you know, and would take obviously like these photos. But because too many tourists got a little bit over excited and died, like 2 or 3, they closed this obviously down too. But like, you know, these urban kind of street hidden places, whatever, if there are virtual tours like this that have been obviously safely created, I would definitely go and check out these places. You know, like old prisons that are locked down now, and you know, all of these type of things. Yeah, because it's just like really interesting also to see, why do you have a hotel that doesn't have a wall anymore? Like, what happened, you know, what happened to this prison, and why is there still a cell with I don't know, why is it locked? I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
All right, should we take a musical break and then come back and give some more
5 minutes.
We can also like try and think of our top 3 things.
Yes.
Top 3 to virtually explore the world.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, we'll be back. All right, welcome back. We're here talking about our favorite ways to explore the world, perhaps do tourist type things, but in a virtual way, you know, using the power in our phones and computers, etc., to help us see the world that we're not allowed to go out and explore right now.
Do you think it's possible for people, if they're not completely restricted, to stay inside? Because in some places you can still go outside, just not, meet tons of people, but you can get fresh air. Do you think it's possible for some people to maybe do some virtual tours for us and upload them on YouTube or something?
I think it might be. I mean, in some places it would be for sure, but I think that there's so many already that we probably don't need new ones. There's just like so much out there. It's incredible. Yeah. Literally any place that you could think of, you find some virtual tour, a drone view. Yeah, it's incredible.
Right. Or maybe you have old videos from your travels and you can create a new experience for us with those videos. That's something to do.
Yeah, right. I mean, something that I've like done is go back and try and remember places that I've been to, say 20, 25 years ago. And now that we have like things like Google Earth Street View, you can actually go and walk the streets that you walked 20 years ago or whatever, see how it's changed, see what's changed.
Yeah. It's so funny. I go on walks in Chiang Mai on Google Earth. I'm like, oh, look at that. I haven't seen that before. I gotta check this out in a month.
Done that too. I mean, I prefer walking around Chiang Mai actually, but still I've done it. It's, yeah.
Yeah, we take what we got, right? So what's your top 3?
Okay. Well, my top 3, I'm going to start with Google Earth. I've mentioned it many times already, but to give some specifics, you can pick any city, any town, any village, any of the world's most beautiful and famous places. You can even go to, parts of the Serengeti. You can go to national parks, so many different places. Google have sent their cameras not just in cars, but they've also sent people walking, like as I said, around Angkor Wat and Machu Picchu and all of this kind of thing. You can even go and take underwater tours. Really, it's just limited by what you can think of. I once, there's no walking tour, but when there was this story in the news about an island which has an uncontacted people, or let's say not totally uncontacted, but a people, an indigenous people that don't want to be in contact with the outside of the world.
Yeah.
It's called, I've forgotten the name of the island now. It's incredibly remote, a few thousand kilometers off the west coast of Chile, say, of South America. Mm-hmm. It's a small island, yeah, but you can go and fly over that island, and it's amazing. So, and sort of look at the beach that you're not allowed to walk on. If you do, people will come and chase you off with spears, kill you with a spear.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't buy a ticket.
Right. So that's 1. 2 is right now, I'm a musician and I'm a fan of so many great musicians. I spend a lot of time anyway watching concerts on YouTube, and that's still my favorite, probably because they've recorded in better quality. But right now, in this time of COVID, so many of my favorite musicians are live streaming on Facebook or Instagram or every day. They say, hey, meet me in a couple of hours, I'm just going to play. And so there's Norah Jones playing on the piano in her living room. Chris Martin from Coldplay did a few, and I know you like Coldplay.
Gotta follow them.
Who else did I see? Yeah, Candice Springs. So many different people. You'd be surprised. Just maybe think of who your favorite artist is, if they're still a living artist, and you'll maybe find that they're doing something. So that's 2nd. And what would the 3rd be? Let me think. What have I done in
The wingsuit.
So the wingsuit thing, that's great. Yeah, but Hmm. Well, I don't have a fast enough computer to do that. I really don't. It's like it takes a lot of. My computer's a bit too old. Because my, yeah, you ideally, if you have a good computer, a good desk, a fast computer, then those 360 sort of wingsuit videos over incredible scenery, that's really amazing. Yeah. Let me come back and think of another one.
Yeah.
Can you? I've,
So what I love right now is so I kind of probably forgot to follow some of my favorite musicians because I don't follow a lot of people anyways, but I do follow ballerinas,
oh,
and they give live classes from their kitchen, and I freaking love it on Instagram or on wherever. And although sometimes I'm too lazy to follow along, but I just watch them then, and I'm like, I should try that again. So I love absolutely that. There's one principal dancer from the New York City, whatever, and she had a live class with 15,000 people on there, and I'm like, what? That's amazing. So yeah, that's just crazy. So my second one, certainly, you know how much I love elephants and any type of bigger animals. So you can get me with dating elephants, watching pandas if they're not blocked by a logo. There are other, like there is, for example, this live cam thing. There is the I want to say the original, but how original is it? But there's actually this panda center in China, and that does a lot of research and actually reproduction help for pandas. But they have,
right.
in my opinion,
Panda.
they have like the best webcams. I've spent already enough time watching those Chinese panda caretakers playing with them or trying to clean the clean the the area while their pandas ran over them and take all of the gear away and everything, and I would just roll on the floor laughing. So you get me with animals all the time. And then indeed, I like when you mentioned like this Angkor Wat thing or whatever, I haven't seen it yet, but I love to revisit places where I've been long time ago and see what changed. So Angkor, I will definitely go watch Angkor Wat. Machu Picchu, I've been there 3 years ago. Angkor Wat, it's been almost 8 years. So I definitely want to go check these places out, because you will always find something new, that you haven't been seeing while you were there. So I want to go and find those little details and be just mind blown again. Yeah.
Okay, great. I thought of a third one. Okay, so and this is unusual because it's not so visual. It's more about sound. So there's a website called Nature Sound Map, and you can sort of click on any place on the planet. It's a bit like a Google Maps kind of map of the world, and then you can choose to like click on a sound sample, and you can hear how the forest sounds, or a waterfall, or a river, or the forest at night in the daytime when it's raining, during the rainy season or different times of year. So there's thousands and thousands of recordings from all around the world that people have made in nature mainly, and it's really amazing for a sort of a relaxing kind of sound experience. Yeah, so it's a sound tour of the world instead of a visual one.
That's I love that. I'm very much into sounds. Awesome. Well, everyone, stay home, stay safe, and keep everyone else safe around you, and go watch all of the tours. Tell us about how you loved Angkor Wat and Machu Picchu on our Facebook page.
We'll post all the links in the Facebook page and under the video, as we've said, if you'd like to check any of the things we've been talking about out.
Yeah. and share yours with us. You can comment on the Facebook page below. Share your, your favorite tour. Just tell us what it is so we can go check it out. I want to see them all.
Yeah. If you can think of any way that we could, do something useful for anybody, with our ability to put out a radio show or a YouTube video, then let us know about that and we'll think about it for next time. Okay.
Maybe do a virtual tour of your wall and my wall next time.
Well, it's got to be the least interesting wall ever put behind the webcam. A broken webcam. Yeah.
You never know. You didn't do any of your fancy backgrounds today. Should we do that?
Well, no, I didn't. I've got something like I'll show you this. I do have a painting down here. Can you see this painting?
Oh, nice.
Done by a friend of mine. I couldn't really find the right angle there, but anyway. So I have my room is actually kind of chaotic and full of color and things. It's just this wall behind me that has no color.
I love it. Well, next time we may as well get some crazy backgrounds from us again. We will see.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This has been Relax Time Radio, broadcasting on Radio Thailand Chiang Mai 93.25 FM. We're still doing it every day of the week. Oh, well, we're doing our bit on Friday, aren't we? So, and other people are doing this. So catch the next show tomorrow. It'll be Kun Tom Turun Road Kasasut doing legal matters, or lately a lot of visa information, COVID information. So that's a very useful show to catch up on. I'll be back with, I think, Lily this week on the Jazz, Blues and Soul show for Sunday. And Mon, I'll see you next Friday.
That's what
see you. Bye.